Hello everybody, welcome to SHEENA'S Guides. Hope you're all doing fine. Thank you very much for all the feedback. So based on the feedback the last time when I did about the international students, what they expect and what is the outcome and everything, few of them had asked me about the OSPAP program to be told in detail. So today my video is about the how to become a pharmacist in UK via an OSPAP program. So what is OSPAP? Is Overseas Pharmacy Assessment Program. So this is, I'm telling you in detail. So today the first topic would be about what are the entry requirements, so what are documents needed, and what universities are giving these courses and how to pick up the universities. What I want to tell to each and everyone is that if you're planning to become a pharmacist in UK based on the degree pharmacy course what you have done in other countries, always make sure that whatever you do, you have to have your OSPAP course to become a pharmacist in UK. So if you come here for doing any master's program, so that will not give you an entry into to become a pharmacist in UK. So first criteria is you have to be registered in any of the, like if you're registered in India, you have to be a registered pharmacist. That means you have to do a post-graduation course or a degree course. So diploma in pharmacy course will not be entitling. You won't be able to apply for a OSPAP course. So you have to have a bachelor's degree or your PharmD, which is like the post-graduation or the doctorate program in India. You can do either of them and then apply for the OSPAP course. So to apply for the OSPAP course, I would always recommend you to go into GPHC website, which is the General Pharmaceutical Council website, which tells you in detail about what is OSPAP program, how to apply for the OSPAP program, what documents you needed to apply for the OSPAP program. So there are documents what you need to send it to the GPHC Council, and there are documents what the others or the organization has to send it directly to the GPHC program. So that's what I'm going to tell you now. If you're planning to apply for September 2021 batch, because there is only one entry in a year, so it is normally in September, October the course runs to. So if you're planning to apply for the September intake, you need to start looking into from now. So the first thing is that you need to have an IELTS of 7. So IELTS of 7 in reading, writing, speaking and listening. All the four you need an IELTS in one sitting. So if you, for example, that's the first time you applied and you got only 6.5, you need to apply the second time and you need to get it, all four of them you need to get it in 7 in one sitting. So the first thing, so when you're applying for when you're doing the IELTS, make sure the proof of ID what you give to the IELTS people is the passport, so then it is easy for them to look into when it goes into the GPHC Council. The second thing what you have to do is that always whatever the IELTS you're doing, it is valid for 2 years. So, and then don't take it lightly. Prepare for the IELTS in advance. Before going to the GPHC website, General Pharmaceutical Council, onto this, click on the pharmacy in the left hand corner, and then you go on to the OSPAP program. So the first thing is that you need to send your original degree certificate. Yes, everybody worry about it, because as soon as you send to the degree original certificate, you can send it as a registered post or you can send it through DHL. So because then you know when they receive it and when they get it back to you. I spoke to all of them, most of the students, and what they said to me is that whenever they have sent it, they have received the documents at the right time back. So nobody was worried about that at all. Initial worriness is there, but still they got it back. So that's that. And when you apply for the program, always wherever you can, you should write it international application. For example, if you're applying for the doing your IELTS, put it as international application. So that is the first thing. You need to send your original degree document. The second thing is that you have to go through UK NARIC system. It will tell you when you put in your documents, and it has got a separate fee to it. It will tell you what your degree course is. It will compare your degree course of your country, and it will tell you, is it reliable, or is it is it the same degree course what in UK is. So that comparability is being used, and that UK NARIC certificate, when you get it, it can be used for three purposes. It can be used for your immigration, because that will tell you what degree course of based on in UK what it would be. It can be used for your university, and also it can be used during your job application also. The third document what is needed is your passport copy. So the passport copy is the copy of the passport should be attested by a solicitor. So it is the data page which is needed. So it has to be attested by a solicitor. And this, if possible, as I said before, give the passport copy when you're applying for the IELTS exam as a proof of ID. Third thing is a certified copy of your birth certificate, and 2 countersigned passport photos. The wording should be written at the back, and please go on to the GPHC website to see what wording has to be written at the back. So that has to be written. It has to be countersigned, and the photos, passport size photos, should be the same measurement what is being mentioned in the GPHC website. On my description box down below, I'll give you a link of the GPHC website as well as the application form. So the application form should be printed, filled by yourself, and it should be sent as sent with the other documents. It should be sent as a through the DHL or as a signed document, so then you know when they receive it and when it comes back to you. The documents what is needed from your organization is an academic transcript to be sent by the institution directly to the GPHC. So give the address of the GPHC, as well as they also have to mention it is for an international application. And they also needed a letter of a good standing from your pharmacy registration organization, the pharmacy or the registration, the pharmacy council where you get registered in your country. They have to send a letter of good standing in the country where you have registered, and so give them. They also has to document as an international student, and make that whatever you send to the GPHC, make it as a trackable letter, so then you know when they have received it. You needed 2 references. One is an academic reference, and one is from the current employer. So for example, you just passed your nursing pharmacy, and you don't have a current employer. What I would advise you is that they don't 100% say that you need to be having a current employer, but academic reference is needed. But this will take a 6 to 7 months process, few months process. So by the time you can do what is that, you can get onto any of the small for a part-time job, and or you can shadow somebody and you can ask reference from them. So that can be given. So then that shows that you don't have a gap in between any from your study, leaving out the school and applying for this. There's no gap there, and so that can be. So it doesn't have to be a paid job. It can be a voluntary job. It can be any to the pharmacy shops or any you can stay, and then they can give you also as a reference. So these are the things what you get needed from the organization as well as from others. So just to one more reiteration, the academic transcript from your university, as well as that is from where you studied, as well as the letter of good standing from the pharmacy organization or the pharmacy council where you have studied, has to go directly from them to the GPHC. and the academic reference and plus the reference of your current employer also has to go directly down to the GPHC. You can't collect it and you can't send it. They have to go directly to the GPHC. The fees for this application form is £687 and it is non-refundable. So try to make sure that when you do the IELTS, when you apply for that, everything is ready and everything is sent all one by one all together. And once you, they meet once a month to see if which all students are eligible to apply for the OSPAP program, and you get once everything is done, you get an email to say that you are successful in application. In the application form there is also a column where you can say which university you would like to apply for, and that's what now I'm going to say what all universities are giving OSPAP program and how to go through that. The 5 universities that offer OSPAP program in UK are I would first go to Sunderland University because that's where I live. I've been living in Sunderland for the last 15 years. So University of Sunderland, University of Brighton, Aston University in Birmingham, University of Hertfordshire and Kingston University. So the Kingston University and University of Hertfordshire is near to outskirts of the London area. Aston is in Birmingham area and Sunderland is more of a northeast of UK. So so these are the 5 universities. So you can, you have to do a bit more research to find out where you want to do. Do you want to go into the London area, which it is a little bit more, cost of living would be a bit more higher. There is I have done a video before this to say like which, what you have to look in before you apply for the university. Whether you want to go to the northeast where the cost of living is a bit more less, and that's more comes to the Sunderland area. What my recommendation would be like, there is a difference in the fees also. So always look at the fees because every university's fees is different. So you always look into that also. And my main advice also is that when you are applying for an OSPAP program can be done as a post-graduation diploma or as the master's program. If you're planning to stay in UK and if you require a visa, always go for a master's program. So then if you do a master's program, to go into applying for a Tier 2 visa, it's easy. Whereas if you do a post-graduation diploma program, then it becomes difficult to go into a Tier 2 visa. So that's the main thing. So whereas if you go apply for a master's program, you have a 1 year of your post course, and then you have to, at the end, you have to do a project work. So that is what is included into the master's program. It's a 1 year program. So that is a difference when you're coming from the other country. And always think when you're first applying for the OSPAP program, your Bible is the GPHC website. So go on to that. There is everything in detail. It explains to you what all is needed. That is one thing. And the second thing is that because it's from the pharmacy courses are based on health and social, the attendance is very must. So you can't just say that yes, I'm coming for the program, apply for it's only for 2 or 3 days, then I can go for a part-time job. Yes, you can definitely roam, but that 2 to 3 days is enough. It's a hectic 1 year course. Because in this 1 year they won't go back onto your pharmacy. What they teach you is that what are the UK laws in the pharmacy which you needed to know. How is pharmacy, drug calculations, you need to know a bit more about it. And also what are the different pharmaceutical things in UK, what you need to know in detail. These are things which been explained in detail in the course structure, and everything will be in detail explained in each university website. So whichever university you're planning to apply for, you can apply for more than one universities. So whichever university you're planning to apply, go into their website and go on to their OSPAP program. They'll explain in detail about the course structure and everything in detail. And attendance is a must there. So you need to have 100% attendance. So as I said, what this program is 1 year. For after 1 year, you have to apply for a pre-reg course. So as soon as you start the program of the OSPAP program, then you have to apply for a pre-reg course. So my next video, I would tell in detail about the pre-reg course, and also which website you normally go into to apply for the pre-reg course. So that 1 year pre-reg is you have to apply for a visa, which would be a Tier 2 visa. So apply for that, and that will be explained in detail in my next video. Hope everybody understood more about. If you have any doubts or anything you wanted to ask, please post in your feedback and your comments on my comment box. I am happy to explain these things in Malayalam also, which is my native language. If anybody wants to know more about it, please let me know. If you're a new member to my YouTube channel, please don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. Please like and share to your friends and family members. Once again, thank you very much, and wish you all a very happy Christmas and a happy New Year.